saying? Because I like them too. Very unfortunate, but won't be no.
When you're with someone who genuinely balances and complements you, life always feels lighter. Every partnership experiences highs and lows. However, even the most difficult days become easier to endure when you confront those difficulties with the correct companion. They encourage you, support you at difficult times, and rejoice in your successes as though they were their own. Life feels like a team when you're with them. However, everything is altered when you are with the wrong person. What ought to be easy turns into a difficult situation. What ought to be peaceful becomes chaotic. They gradually erode your confidence, deplete your vitality, and weaken your spirit. You gradually lose sight of your former self and begin to question your own value. Most individuals are unaware of how deeply that type of loss affects them. I can acknowledge that in retrospect, there are decisions I would most likely make differently. However, I can't say with certainty that I wouldn't make them again. Life has a peculiar way of imparting knowledge that we were unaware we needed. I've always made an effort to avoid drama and negativity, yet occasionally remorse remains. When the roles are reversed, individuals can be harsh in their assessment, acting as though a single error sums up your whole personality. It is an unjust load to bear. I have a great deal of respect for those who rely on their faith to get them through difficult times. However, I frequently get the impression that everyone is waiting to comment when anything goes wrong. Hope seems far away during those moments. Even the best partnerships encounter difficulties. The way each person approaches them is what makes them different. You learn to support one another, communicate more effectively, and become stronger as a couple when love is genuine and reciprocal. When you offer someone your time, trust, and feelings, you anticipate receiving the same consideration in return. However, it gets tiresome when you're the only one attempting to maintain the relationship. You begin to doubt yourself, feel exhausted and unsure, and realize that neglecting your emotional burden would only make things worse. It's critical to recognize when a relationship becomes toxic. It may be time to go if you start experiencing sadness, tension, and anxiety daily. I've discovered from experience that being in the company of positive, encouraging individuals facilitates healing and rediscovering your strength. Love that uplifts people is what everyone needs, not love that destroys them. Errors cause pain, but they also impart valuable lessons. Growth is never simple, but it is always genuine. Observing the public fluctuations of Papoose and Remy Ma made these lessons even more evident. People like how Papoose supported Remy through all her hardships, including her jail time, her comeback, and the highs and lows of her career. They were formerly regarded as one of hip-hop's strongest and most devoted couples. The event wasn't just about financial. When she was awarded $30 million in spousal support, it represented all of their shared victories. You could see Papooses' pride and feelings in that courtroom. It was a love based on patience and loyalty. However, the pressure that comes with celebrity has recently caused fissures to appear. Online rumors claimed that Papoose had cheated on boxing champion Claressa Shields. The pair, who had always been a symbol of perseverance, found themselves at the epicenter of upheaval. As the story spread like wildfire, another well-known hip-hop artist, Kirk Frost, publicly intervened to support Papoose. He called Remy nasty and hypocritical, accusing her of manipulation. His remarks further heightened the controversy. Fans who had previously applauded the couple were now split. While some support Papoose, others stand up for Remy. Millions of people who had no idea what was going on behind closed doors exaggerated and analyzed every rumor and argument. Then, rumors surfaced that Remy was associated with battle rapper Easy the Block Captain, who was also close to Papoose. She refuted the rumors, implying that Papoose had secrets of his own. When rumors of Papoose zozing off on a call with Claressa Shields surfaced, things became more chaotic. And Claressa apparently hung up when Ray's voice was heard. Social media went into a frenzy just because of that occurrence. Online, the two started making fun of each other. Clarissa responded to Remy's cryptic tweet about bravery by making fun of her age and implying that Papoose wasn't returning calls because he was seeing someone else. Papoose kept quiet for months in an effort to keep his peace. However, he eventually spoke up when the commotion became too loud. He said Remy had been unfaithful several times and accused her of narcissism. He claimed that despite his repeated requests for a divorce, she chose to discuss the matter on social media rather than in private. Papoose posted a picture of Remy standing next to the captain of Easy to Block to support his argument, which only served to widen the gap between supporters. Once a love story, it became a public tempest of anguish, blame, and betrayal. The tension didn't go away as the months went by. Remy chastised Papoose for moving on with someone else last Christmas while he was spending time with his kid. Once more, Kirk Frost intervened to defend Papoose and accused Remy of being the victim. Online supporters mobilized, claiming that after years of patience and commitment, Papoose deserved peace. Rapper Lil Scrappy even entered the discussion, telling Papoose the true love still exists and urging him to be strong. In a world that is ready to pass judgment, it was an uncommon moment of brotherhood. Ultimately, their tale serves as a reminder that love is more than just passion and devotion. It's about development, integrity, and tranquility. A love that depletes someone's spirit is unacceptable. Remy and Papoose's journey demonstrates that life genuinely feels lighter when you walk by the right person, regardless of whether they reconcile or part ways. Papoose was on Remy Ma's side the entire time she was incarcerated. He helped her achieve her goals, supported her through all of her struggles, and came to represent the ideal of marital loyalty. Over time, fractures started to appear in their seemingly unshakable relationship. Their private conflicts gradually became a public tempest due to rumors of infidelity, emotional strain, and public disagreements. Rumors that Remy was romantically involved with Papoose's close buddy, battle rapper Easy the Block Captain, made matters worse. That apparent betrayal struck a deep chord with him. He initially said nothing in the hopes that the rumors would go away. However, as the rumors continued to circulate, Remy changed the narrative and accused Papoose of having an affair with boxing champion Clarissa Shields. Social media went into disarray after screenshots of Papoose apparently dozing off during a call with Clarissa surfaced online. Remy's suggestion that he had cheated on her while they were still dating only increased the indignation. It didn't take long for fans to realize that Remy had been connected to another man. However, she was berating Papoose for moving on. Things became much more repulsive when Clarissa made a critical remark about Remy's appearance and age. Papoose made an effort to maintain composure throughout. However, he eventually broke his silence when Remy's charges went too far. He described her as a narcissist and said that she had cheated on him several times. A fresh level of controversy was added when he published communications implying that she had once ordered him to lie about a physical incident. In a public defense of Papoose, Kirk Frost described him as a devoted spouse who had done everything for Remy, particularly during her imprisonment. He showed her affection, Kirk remarked. She's fabricating the narrative after he showed her loyalty. Supporters swiftly took sides. Many people backed Papoose, claiming that Remy couldn't bear to see him content without her. Rumors of a $300 million spousal support dispute only made the pain worse. Due to public pressure, pride, and suspicion, their once inspiring love tale had collapsed. A depressing reminder that when honesty wanes and emotions take over, even the strongest relationships can fall apart.